Yippee!
Goodness. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. My goodness.
Oh, yeah.
I got Vigo's soundboard, and Vigo's not here yet.
Whoa, Nelly! Wee doggy! Groovy! Yippee! Ow! 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 Plasma!
So we'll get back to that when Vigo actually gets here. I failed him last week. I didn't get it in there in time. We got so many awesome folks here, including MTK, who is up way past his bedtime. Thanks for being here, bud. My goodness. Yes, and also, I realized I threw the sound effects on. Thank you, Randy. I threw the sound effects on, like right before I started the stream, and I was like, okay, cool. And I hit him, and I was like, I'm gonna have to turn all the volumes up and re-upload them again.
Come on.
So maybe it's probably good that Vigo isn't here because I still have some kinks to work out. But if he pops up, we'll say hello, and we'll use him anyway. Now, Randy here says that he's going first with a non-VGM, but then Pajama Torture said, I'm also going to do a non-VGM, and Pajama Torture actually spent the gams.
is All Kentucky Shark, and he has been there.
I love you. Right on!
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, VGM covers, except for that one because Pajama Torture spent 20,000 whole channel points there. Rich the Fourth, welcome in. If you do have a video game song that you'd like me to play, which is what we usually do here, but our next pick is also a non-VGM pick. So you're coming in at a time where there's two non-video game songs right in a row, but I swear that's what we do here. But both Pajama Torture and Randy Sandals spent 20,000 whole dang gams to jump the list. And Randy, I was going to play yours anyway. I was just putting pajamas over yours because she did it right. You didn't have to do that. I was just being shenanigans. Speaking of shenanigans... Rich, welcome in. First-timers get bumped straight to the top of the list. And Razul is up next after Randy. And Raz, are you a first-timer for real? You've been here, but that's just fantastic. Randy. Randy, my goodness. that was so cool. What a tune. Good morning. Came out a year ago. Oh, you can see that now? Oh yeah, probably because it's still daylight. It's definitely a bigger dent on this side. My goodness. Pajama Torture and Randy, thank you so much for a 1-2 punch of things that will not make the VOD, and I'm real sorry about that. So thank you everybody for being here for that. And my goodness, we have 2 first-timers in a row, Raz and Rich. I want to go back to Pajamas real quick because, man, the true sample over that or under that song was just so good. It was so good. Like, holy smokes. That takes me back to, hilariously, not the time when that song came out, but playing Metal Gear Solid 5. Because that's one of the tapes you could find, and I played that all the time while I was waxing dudes. True! Anyways, we're going to get to Andy eventually. Is Andy here? Andy's not here. We got Raz. Raz, first timers are the best timers, and we got 2 in a row. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a long-time listener, first-time requester. You guys are the ding-dang best. Let's go right now. Power Blade, dude. We've had that only a couple of times, and every time that it is brought here, it is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Spiteful, 16 holding months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you being here. Welcome in. 16. Man. There is a lot of delightful chat going on, and I wanted to catch up on one thing in particular, though. Oh, Rich. I'd wager I'm just slightly older than you. You may call me Gnar. That's perfect. And just in case you needed to know,
I'm a man! I'm 40!
That is almost a whole year, Frog. So close. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. Raz, thank you so much for that wildly great first-time request. First-timers are the best timers. You nailed it. Well, let's have a party with your pick. Raz, thank you so much for that. My goodness, thank you so much for being here. And Rich, the 4th, or just Rich 4. Thank you so much for being here. 2 first-timers in a row on a Thursday. Dude, thank you so much for the Prime. And starting it off with a perfect G Bel Air 3 minutes. Of all of the Mega Man 2 songs that we've had requested in this stream over the past 5 years, I don't think we've ever had Crash Man. Stats? Rich, thank you so much for the Prime sub, buddy. I really appreciate that. You only got one of those to use. Thanks for bringing it here. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. Tony gets it. Drams are fun. Rich, I do this every Thursday, typically, from 7 to 10 Central Time. That was a first. Thank you, Randy. Man. MTK, you stop with your 6 hours and 150,000 tappity tap taparoos. Rich, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. What a treat. Mama Rob is here. And Mama Rob is doing a non-video game request. Holy crap. Mama Rob, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for getting a non-VGM request in. There is just gams being thrown about. Finished Fury of the Storm. Fury of the Storm. Oh! Non-VGM night. Can't do it. The whole thing will be muted and it'll just be a disaster. But Mama Rob is bringing something that's probably going to be not a disaster. Rich, thank you so much for that. Please stick around. Get another request in. I still have requests open for a couple more. I got a couple more. I got room for a couple more if you want to stick around into the second set. Mama Rob, thank you for being here.
A shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. Up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of swing. the Sultans. We are the Sultans of swing.
My goodness. Wait a second. Were they just going in? Never mind. Shush. Rich, I look forward to the day when you can bring a non-VGM song, because that means you get to hang out with us. I was going to say have to, but you don't have to. You get to hang out with us. And you get to make more awesome video game requests. And Mama Rob spent 20,000 whole dang gams to get that request. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Mama Rob. Andy used 10,000 whole dang gams to skip the line. Andy, it is so great to see you. It is so great to have you here. And then we're going to have Bumble and Doc and Turtle Wax. I swear we're going to get to your guys' requests. I swear. So many lovelies in here this evening. First-timers, line skippers, non-VGMers. I freaking love it. Andy? crap, Andy, I was lurking for a little bit while you were playing that mod, and I was just like, what in the world? I was doing dishes, and I had you on, and I was just like, this is fantastic. Like, I wasn't paying attention at first. I just kind of had the audio on, and I was looking down, and then I look up, and it's just Zelda, like, staring straight into the camera in the courtroom. Oh my gosh. It was so great. So great. Oh man. What up, Lefty? Welcome back. You know how to do it. Come on, man. Andy, that was so much fun. Thank you so much. That was so good. Thank you for skipping the line and bringing that into our ears earlier. We got Bumble, we got Doc, we got Turtle. Let's do a little less talk, more rock until all of these songs just break me, and I'll just have to take a break in between each of them anyway. It's time for Bumble. That was so much fun. My goodness, Bumble. What a freaking treat. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Watch out!
I know it was either you or I feel like either you or Jay brought that a long time ago. Maybe. What a jam. Thank you for bringing that back. That was so fun to just kind of around in. Chainsaw Bear, welcome in, my goodness. Did I see that you got a request in and you are also a first-timer? Are you a first-timer here, Chainsaw? My gosh, this night is just wild. Wild. Let's keep the party going. Bumble, I loved that. Also, I was cleaning up the basement a little bit tonight, just like rearranging shit. And I had the TV on. I was just like, okay, I'm going to put something on that'll have some video game music. And there's a channel that does TAS runs, and it's just, blazes through. It's just one after the other, just all of these different kinds of games, and it's great. Today, Batman Game Boy came on, and all of a sudden that first level kicked in, and I was just like, boing! Boing! Just like, yeah! So I sat and watched it. Like, the TASBot can beat it in, it was like 9 minutes or something like that. It's hilarious. My goodness, Spices is here. Yes. Spices, I was hoping you were going to be here this evening. Welcome in, bud. Cannot wait to boogie. Speaking of boogieing, let's do it right now with Chainsaw. First timer question mark. Anything, we're just doing all the things. We're doing all the things. Bumble, thank you for that. Chainsaw, thank you for this.
underwear.
Yeah, chainsaw. We haven't had that one here before. Ooh, boy. CSB, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bringing that. My goodness, that was so cool. So cool and so thumping. Let's keep this party going. A little less talk, more rock for a second. I want to get through a whole bunch of songs tonight. We got Dr. Steal Your Face, and then we got Turtle Wax. Doc, thank you so much for being here. CSB. We got GSB and we got CSB. Chainsaw. Gnarly C.
Come on!
Thank you everybody for being here on a Thursday. Video game music, guys. What do we got? No request at all? Dude, MTK. Quote unquote common ass video game songs. Like, those are the best ones. Come on. I'll spend the gams to bump you. You gotta go to bed, but I don't want you to. Doc, thank you so much for that. 62 whole dang months.
Yay!
Let's party. MTK, find it. Uh-oh. Oh, I knocked it out of the place. All right, we're still working. Whew. Yeah. Yes, thank you, mods. Let me get that. Let me get that up there. Doc, I could have played that forever. You know that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. No more requests except for MTK if he has not gotten one in. Ooh, Spiteful Frog, thank you so much for being here. Have a very pleasant evening, sir. Did we get past the hour? We did. We got past an hour. All right, all right. I always feel just like a tiny bit bad when the I don't at all. But like when the queue like fills up in like 30 minutes, it's like, oh man. Get on in here. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Doctor.
I don't care!
Oh, I forgot about that one. Why do I forget about that?
I don't care!
It's Miller time. Exactly. Miller time. Tonight's Miller Lite brought to you by Lua Brewing. In Des Moines, Iowa. Lovely place. Great beer. Wildly great people. Speaking of wildly great people, up next we have Turtle Wax, and I'm not sure if you guys remember, but when Turtle Wax is up,
It's dangerous!
what'll it be today? Spoiler alert, gonna want more of that. Super Princess Peach Fury Volcano Theme 1? I'll tell you what that kind of reminded me of.
Oh, come on! He's out. Oh, come on!
That sounded a bit, Bumble I would have, but it was a perfect G Bel Air 3 minutes. Holy, don't worry, that song's gonna get played again someday, I promise. That felt very Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball. In such an adjacent, a perfectly adjacent way. That was its own thing, but that's just where my brain went. I was just like,
Oh, here I.
He was safe by a mile. You're out. He was safe. You're out.
however. Thank you so much, Turtle. Felt very Zoo Cube. Holy crap, I want Arctic Ocean right now. I want to play that song so bad right now. I won't, but I want to. Turtle Wax, thank you so much for that. Turt, you are just the absolute best. And I forgot, I apologize. I meant to be here about halfway through that, but I felt a little, I'm not feeling shy today. I can come out from behind the Venetian blinds and be out here in public. It's true. Turt is the best. I'm only slightly disappointed because of the lack of extreme paint brawl. But you know what it's like here.
Get used to disappointment.
One way or another. Speaking of one way or another, MTK is hanging out with us tonight, one way or another. And I'm really, really stoked that MTK is here. For those of you who don't follow MTK, you should follow MTK. He is an incredible drummer. And there is a decent chance, it looks like the Gentleman Jay is not joining us tonight, but let's keep this background music going while I say this. The Gentleman Jay is doing a video game DJ set this weekend. There is a pretty good chance that either myself and MTK or just MTK, I think it's going to be the two of us. We're going to try to wrangle Vigo again like we had a Drams and Jams day last time or 2 times ago, whatever. That would be on Saturday the 5th. We'll post stuff in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. But it's everybody get on to MTK. Just pile on top of him with all of your bodies. And MTK getting a request in. I really appreciate it, dude. You are up way too late, but I love, like I said, I love MT Vacay. It's a good look on you. And that song was just absolutely incredible. Turtle, thank you so much. MTK, where are we going?
think you're going?
Sometimes you try to do the fast stuff and then you remember.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
You knew what I was trying to do, though. MTK, thank you so much. Sheesh. Thank you so much, dude. My goodness.
We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
Thank you, AK. Bedwell, I haven't said hello to you. My goodness. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So much fun. It's the best night of my life. Once again.
Jeff?
What is San Francisco?
No. Jeff?
What is Jeff?
Right again. Ooh.
MTK, thank you for that treat. Boy. Whoa. I went overtime without knowing I went overtime on these requests. Okay, let's talk more rock for a long time, like for the rest of the stream. I'm so sorry. MTK, thank you for that. Xance, Toad, Zanya, let's go. Let's talk more rock. Let's talk more rock. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize what was happening here. Time is moving quickly.
got very good arms.
War Panda, welcome in, dude. We play 4 times at Mile of Music this year. We play on Thursday, Friday, and 2 shows on Saturday. And we've got a whole bunch of songs ready, so we're going to be switching it up and stuff. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun, and I cannot wait to see you. That was so great, Zance. Zance, thank you so much for that wildly great pick. That was so fun. Grandia 2, Turtle Wax says best RPG of all time. I've never played it, so I can't. My gosh. Dude, War Panda, it's going to be so cool. We will have a nice Ferrum embrace. Just like we are going to have a nice Ferrum embrace from Totals. And I'll tell you what, a Totals embrace.
Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut. Fire in the hole! Ding, ding, ding.
McCoy. Where is it? Oh my goodness, Mokoi, thank you so much for the raid. I am already over on my request account, so I can't get you in tonight, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, we are over capacity already. My goodness, I don't even know why I'm turning this background music on like I have time. Oh, how the heck was your stream? It is great to see you. I got to come in on the Jammer raid, briefly. And then I saw you were playing Deltarune, and I was like, bye, I can't have the spoilers, bye. But thank you so much for bringing your crew here, dude. My goodness, did you get the... Were you going for some kind of special ending or something? Did you get the thing you were trying to accomplish? I tried to accomplish that from Toad. Toad, that accomplished me anyway. I hope I accomplished it for you. That was so much fun. It's TV time. What it really is Zanya time. Toad, thank you so much for that. Zanya, thank you so much for this. We got to keep it going.
Where do you think you're going?
I forgot that this isn't working. What happened? It's doing that thing, so that means... This one might be toast. Man blows on cymbal. Hell yeah, fuck yeah. Let's get some HYFY in the chat. Holy crap, I freaking loved that. Thank you, Zanya. Oh, not all the way. It's fine. We'll roll with it tonight. Because we're going to have to. I could move this one over there, but that would take too long. I've already taken too long. Zanya, that was so great. Oh my gosh. Zanya, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being rad as heck and bringing rad as heck songs like that. That end where it's just like... So much fun. So much freaking fun. Zanya, thank you so much for being here on yet another Thursday. And red-haired chick, thank you so much for being here on yet another Thursday. Thank you all for being here on yet another Thursday. Red hair chick, that was so fun. That was so good. I wanted to just keep. I mean, come on, like. It's fun. It's fun. Whoosh, whoosh. Thankfully, we have Vigo's. Where is Vigo? Vigo, where are you, man? Vigo? Hey, Vigo? Vigo? Yeah. He's definitely doing dad stuff on the 4th of July weekend. Everybody be safe on your 4th of July weekend. Look at this trio indeed, Tony. Red hair chick, then Tony, then Jet. It is a triple threat. Oh, my gosh. Wonderful. Red hair chick, thank you so much for that. What an absolutely pleasant tune. Tony, how in the heck are we following that hotness up?
Where do you think you're going?
It's just...
Harumph, 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 harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph. Harumph.
You watch your ass.
That's not the one I actually wanted. Red hair chick, thank you for the little bits. What I meant was...
War. It's fantastic.
Red hair chick, thank you for the little bits. Tony, thank you so much for that. What a treat. God. I hate it here. Thank you so much. My goodness. What are these requests doing here? How many? Oh my gosh. Okay, sweet. I'm going to do probably 2 more. We're probably going to do Jet and then a meal, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and then we are going to go full Let's Talk More Rock in the second set, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's already great. Thank everybody here. It's going to be great. Let's get right to it. Jet. This is going to rule. I absolutely know that. Tony, thank you so much for that lovely ballad. I love it, man. Holy smokes. Jet, let's go. dang it, I gotta get those turned up. What a mess. Holy smokes, what a way to round out the trio. My goodness, Jet, that absolutely ruled. What in the world? Undertale Time Paradox, there's all these different versions of Undertale now, and it's great, and I don't know what they are anymore. I can't keep up. Sheesh. Holy smokes, so much freaking fun. There it is, Tony.
Doggy!
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely perfect. That was absolutely perfect. Thank you so much, Jet. That did indeed rule real hard. Jet rules. Emil freaking rules. Emil, where in the heck are we going? My gosh, look at all these lovely picks that we get to do. This second set is going to kick so much behind. Jet, thank you for that. Emil, close us out here. How in the ding-dang heck are we going to close out this first set, young man? forgot about it again. I forgot about it again. Yeah, Rich, I just go into a second set after I take a break. It's still the same amount of songs. I already turned the stuff. It says right here, no longer taking requests. We're not doing any more requests. You got in. We'll get to it. Be patient, bud. Woo! That was so much fun. Emil, thank you so much for bringing that. Does music get any better than that? Does it really? Probably not. I had a song queued up for the second set, but now I feel like I want to play something else. We'll figure it out. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Emil, thank you for that. So many first-timers, so many lovely folks giving little bits and hanging out and being just rad as heck. Go get some tasty adult beverages or non-adult beverages or whatever you need to do. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. It's going to be pretty neat. I'll see you guys soon.
Wee doggy!
Fev, let's see if we can survive this set. It's my favorite intro song, and I just wanted to have it dialed in. Fev.
5 is right out.
Holy crap. What a wonderful, wonderful, wildly great version of that song. We're going to keep it moving. I have so many requests to get through, and I am elated. Let's talk more rock for a long time here. Fev, that was awesome. And legit, that intro is my favorite. Over 3 even, somehow. I know.
Whoa! Taco Bell done it again, my friend. Taco Bell done it again. They got 3 new menus, 3 low prices. Goodness gracious, now everything I like is $59.79.99. Even Taco Supreme, Nacho Supreme, 3 new menus. Somebody tell Louise. Wow! $59.79.99. Run for the border, don't waste time. 3 new menus, Taco Bell done it again.
Drunk. No, nobody requested the Pong song from Spy Hunter. Somehow it didn't happen. Unless Retrophile's going to bring it. Drunk, it's great to see you. Retrophile, let's go. Fev, thank you for that wonderful version of that song. I freaking love it here. Oh, oh yes. Same guy? Retrophile, that was freaking great, and what a follow-up, 100%. That was so good. Dude, man, I'm gonna have trouble keeping up with a lot of stuff tonight, just as a warning. And that was that was a good example of that. Retrophile, thank you so much for bringing the hits, as always. Like Randy said, batting 1,000, durr. You know who else is bats 1,000? It's Taters. Taters, where are we going, Zaz? We already said it before.
5 is right out.
It's just so plucky and awesome. It's so plucky and awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Rich, don't worry about it. If you think that it's like good, is it like a big loud song and you think that's going to be out of character? If it's a video game song, it doesn't matter. This thing goes all over the place, this whole set. Like that one right there. Taters. Shush. That was so good, dude. My goodness. I'm not entirely sure what has stopped the tag team wrestling, but I am gonna just jam on these as long as you want to keep giving them to me. And if it's retired, that's just fine. I'll tell you what's not retired is Bedwa. Blackburn. My goodness. Bedwa, thank you so much for being here. Taters is. Thank you so much for being here. I couldn't find a good championship edition. Let's do it, Bedwa. We're doing it right now. Taters, thank you so much for that. Love you, dude.
Just a minute.
No. What is going on? What is going on? God.
Where do you think you're going?
Man, I really hate that I just have to like keep moving on because okay, just one hot second. One very hot second. That was really come on. Bedwa. That was unbelievable. Thank you so much. My goodness. We got Coop, we got Jamma, we got Randy, KB, Lefty, Spices, Bumble, Doc, and Chainsaw. We're gonna live forever, guys. I love it here. Thank you so much for that. My goodness, Bedwa, that was wildly great. So cool. So cool. Coop! I hope you're still hanging with us. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to jam to this. Buckle up.
Pizza power!
For those of you who are fairly new to the stream, at the end of the year, around Thanksgiving, usually just after Thanksgiving, I do a thing called the Thanksgiving Gamly Dinner, and I go over, or I put together a set list of some of my favorite songs that are requested throughout the year. And from time to time, you just hear one that you're just like, well, I mean...
Where do you think you're going?
And then again later...
Just a minute.
Did you hear that? Sometimes when you're in the second set, you have to...
Get used to disappointment.
I mean, just at least a little bit. Holy smokes, Coop. I loved that. I loved that. Wild. Wildly great. Such good energy. What a cool tune. Sheesh. A cool tune from a cool Coop. A cool tune from a cool Coop. Everybody, do your tongue twisters tonight. A cool tune from a cool Coop. Coop, it's so great to have you back here. My goodness, thank you for bringing such awesome tunes like that. I loved it. So good. What's great is that it's up next is it's Jamma time. It's Jamma time. not sure how I somehow accidentally anticipated that weird ending, but it worked. No, Lefty, we're still getting to you, man. We got some time. You're doing good. You made it back in time. Jamma, that was so great. In fact, Lefty, you are 2 songs away. No, 3. We got Randy, we got KB, and then we got Lefty. Welcome back, man. Pajama Dur. Pajama Durcher. Arrivederci, Pajama Durcher. I love you, Jamma. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing anymore. Randy, let's go right now.
I'm a whole damn town. I'm a whole damn town.
Randy, come on. Come on. Unbelievable. Hey, remember when I was talking about songs that I love, and then at the end of the year I put together a list where I played my favorite songs, and I was... KB? Oh my gosh. Randy, thank you so much for that. What an incredible journey. That was so much fun. So fun. My goodness, why is well, I know why my brain is not remembering anything. KB, my goodness, the bringer of the classics. Randy, I love that so much. KB, you know I'm going to love this so much.
Pizza time! Pizza time! Pizza time! Pizza time! Pizza time!
The symbol knew when to be done when I went, yep, there it is. Oh, come on. The sides are working. Hit it on the side. We're getting on the side there. We're getting on the side there. When you got the knuckle busto. Knuckle busto.
It's the gang fam. Jeff, Norvex.
Pizza time!
Jeff, Randy Sandals. Jeff, Pajama Torture. Jeff, Doctor Steal Your Face. Jeff, okay, potatoes. Jeff, Larissa, Jeff, McCoy. Jeff, Ledflow, Jeff, Vigo. Jeff, Gumble, Jeff, Mara. Jeff, Gustavo, Jeff, Knuckle Busto. Jeff, Gentleman, Jeff, Totally Ray, Jeff, Turtle Wax, Jeff, Toros. Jeff, Teal, Jeff, Retro Runner. Jeff, Spiteful Fraud. Jeff, Retrofoul. Jeff, Skeletor. Marley, Seabass. Jeff, Mouth. Jeff, Skunky. Jeff, Necro G. Jeff, Zaddy, Alisanya. There's only one place to be on Thursday nights, and you know where it is.
again, fam.
It's shenanigans, and I'm so glad that you guys can put up with shenanigans. My goodness! Speaking of shenanigans, it's Lefty, and I cannot wait for these shenanigans. Lefty, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for bringing what I think is going to be a pretty groovy tune here. Holy smokes, KB, thank you for bringing that wildly great tune. You're the best, dude. My goodness. Lefty, let us go.
Magneto is over there. Follow me.
Yeah, the fields, the creek, all that.
I mean...
Where do you think you're going?
Lefty, thank you so much for that. My goodness. What a delightful jam. I was more of a Wii Sports resort guy because I played the living heck out of the Frisbee golf. Boy, I really enjoyed that. But I also really enjoyed that, obviously. Thank you so much, Lefty. I really, really appreciate that. That is a really, real fun tune. Spices, you know what? I've got a pretty good feeling you're going to be bringing a real fun tune. I mean, I was trying to find a proper clip, but I think we just have to have the smoochy chili dog come in because I mean, man. Let's take just 1 second. We got 3 more songs? Beautiful. It probably means we have 5. Spices, thank you. That was a bit of therapy for me right there, and I needed that. Thank you. God. Thank you for the hydrate. See? Dom loves the smoochy chili dog. Dom, I'll tell you what, it's really great to have you here. My goodness. All right, let's talk more rock. I love you guys. Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog. Bye-bye, chili dog. Thank you for coming. Spices, thank you for that. We've got Bumble and Doc and Chainsaw. And then I'll probably, I don't know, try to play something sad or something. I don't know. Bumble, I'm so glad you're here, man. Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for your spirit. Bumble, thank you so much for that. That was so great. What a wonderful, gosh, that soundtrack is so good. And I love that game. That is probably a top 5, probably a top 5 Game Boy game for me. It's so good. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Bumble, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Zero is here. Zero, what the heck is up? It is great to see you, dude. My gosh, we're still playing a couple of tunes. We're just still playing a couple of tunes. Doc is bringing us a couple of tunes.
Yes, have some.
Spices, I couldn't have said it better. This hitting just right tonight, indeed. I could probably play that song another 28 times and be just fine with it. Doc, holy smokes. I know what I'm going to play after Chainsaw's pick here now. I had a couple of things rattling around in my head where I was just like, what kind of vibe do I want to have? But,
What is narthex?
No, I'm sorry.
Doc, thank you so much for that. That was so much fun, and I cannot wait to see what Chainsaw Bear has here for us to close us out before I play something else now that is inspired by that tune. I mean, holy crappers delight indeed. Crappers. Unbelievable. Chainsaw, if you're not still here, that is all good. Thank you so much for being here earlier. Thank you for your spirit. Let's jam. See? I mean...
Holy underwear!
I haven't forgotten what I want to play, but man, having more coffee. Jim is having more coffee. Get some coffee for this, Jamma. That chonky Doc Jam. Chainsaw, I loved that. That was wonderful. Chainsaw, I'm so glad that you've stuck around. Thank you for being rad as heck. Thanks for bringing awesome tunes like that. My goodness. It's inspiring. This song, to me, lately, has been inspiring. And I just want to play it, and I should be done, but I just don't care. I just don't care. This is going to be the end. It's not loud. It's not a loud song. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for sticking around. Like, come on, Chainsaw, you're still here. Thanks so much, bud. I really, really appreciate it. All y'all. Let's do one more jam before Mid-Century Meg casts me off into the depths. This is a song that I've been enjoying recently on my walks in downtown Chicago recently. I love you guys.
can't forget. I know what you're sleeping late. I know what you got a thoughts. Give you no peace or rest. But now you sit and smile. And when they ask you out, you say, there's nothing on my mind. Nothing on my mind. There's nothing on my mind.
I'll get you all out of here. Thanks so much for sticking around. Those of you who have, thank you so much. I love that song. I've been walking along the Chicago River, just listening to that on loop pretty much the past week. Very, very nice. Shush. Damn, I said it was so, and I'm so glad that it was even made it to that. Like, come on. Usually, so is out of reach. Zero, great to see you. Deshauna, my goodness, thank you so much. Let's go see who's hanging out. Oh my gosh, what a bright phone. What an incredibly bright phone. And I don't mean smart. Oh, well. I guess technically it is a smartphone. Hey, kids. Who are we going to go see? Who are we going to go see? Zambi. Turtle, thank you so much. Adams. What's up, Adams? I have to focus on this one. Zambi's online. Let's go hang out with Zambi. Thank you, those of you who have stuck around. Those of you in the United States of A. Have a great extended weekend, potentially. If not, well, I hate it here anyway. So nobody blow your fingers off. No phalanges blown off with fireworks or anything like that. Everybody have a safe and lovely time. I believe I'll see you next Thursday. I don't see any reason why not. Thank you guys for hanging out on a Thursday. So many lovely first-timers and old-timers and subs and little bits and all of the delightful things. Yeah, America sucks, yeah. Gah. Go say hi to Zambi. Zambi rules. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you soon. I'll talk about the Saturday stuff again in the Discord. Bye. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes. What a dear.